Thinking about being a landlord or buying an investment property, it's a great way to build wealth, but if you don't know what you're doing, you could end up losing a ton of money, dealing with costly repairs, non-paying tenants, or even legal battles that drain your wallet and wind you up in bankruptcy. Let's talk about how not to go broke being a landlord. By the end of this video, you'll have 5 essential tips to help you succeed as a landlord without going broke in the process. And stick around to the end for my super secret strategy that could save you thousands in maintenance costs. If we haven't met before, my name is Lucy Hood, and I'm a top producing realtor that has bought, built, managed, and sold a great number of properties in my 8 years in the business. It's my mission to bring you wealth and understanding through real estate right here in the Smokies. Tip number 1, screen your tenants. Don't just rent to the first person who fills out an application. Do your due diligence. Check their credit score, rental history, and verify their income. A good tenant will save you money on late payments, potential evictions, and property damage. Psst. It might even be worth a few $100s a month to have a good, responsible person taking care of the house for you. So if you found a good person, but they can't afford the price you're asking for, drop it a little bit, and I'm telling you, it's worth it. Tip number 2, know your local laws. Being familiar with Tennessee's tenant-landlord laws can save you from legal troubles. For instance, you can give a tenant 30 days notice to move out if they haven't breached the lease. If the tenant has done something dangerous or threatening, you only need to give them 3 days to vacate. If they're behind on rent, in the counties I serve, you can give the tenant a written 14-day notice to catch up on rent. If they don't comply in those 14 days, you can summon them to court and get them out in 10 days after the court order. Knowing this can help you move quickly when you need to. Also, keep in mind these rules change county to county. Check out this link to find out more about state tenant-landlord laws here in Tennessee in the description below. Tip number 3, plan for repairs and maintenance. Being a landlord isn't just about collecting rent. You'll need to maintain the property and make repairs. Set aside a portion of the rent for maintenance and unexpected issues. Typically 10 to 15% is what you want to put aside. Keeping up with repairs early will prevent bigger and more expensive problems down the road. Also, make sure the tenants or someone is keeping up with things like cleaning out the gutters, changing out the air filters, or servicing the HVAC every 6 months. If you don't spell out who is responsible for those things in the lease, it's always on you. And you definitely want to have those things done. Tip number 4, have a solid lease agreement. Don't just download a generic lease off the internet. Customize your lease to fit your needs and make sure it covers everything from how repairs are handled to late payment fees. This will help you avoid misunderstandings with your tenant and give you legal protection if anything goes wrong. I would be happy to help you with this, or a property manager is also another great resource for getting a great lease put together. Tip number 5, and my super secret tip, hire a handyman or a property manager you trust and establish a flat rate agreement for common repairs. This way you avoid overpaying for every little fix that comes up and can save thousands over time. I would put them on a schedule and have a checklist. If you need a checklist, check out my yearly home maintenance checklist on my website, thesmokymountainteam.kw.com, under freebies and guides. Now that you know how to be a successful landlord without going broke, you're probably wondering how to pick the right property for an investment or a long-term rental. Stay tuned for my video next week where we'll dive into the top features to look for in a rental property that will keep tenants happy and become your long-term profit pony instead of a money pit. Click the like and subscribe button to stay up to date with all things real estate in the Smokies. And if you're interested in hiring me to be your trusted local advisor and protective opinion of your profits, give me a call or text 865-264-0517.